Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Robert. I am doing a Fat to Fit in 90-day challenge for myself. I'm an ex-Marine. When I was in the Marine Corps, it feels like 100 years ago, I know I was in the best shape of my life. Unfortunately, due to life be lifing, I've gained a pretty substantial amount of weight. When I started this, 4 days ago, 4 or 5 days ago, I was at 241 pounds. In the last 4 or 5 days, I've lost a little bit of weight, so I'm actually down to 233 pounds. I've been working out, I've been cutting out sugars, I've been cutting out carbohydrates. So what I'm doing this for is to give myself a little motivation, to make a commitment to myself, to inspire myself to get it done. If I have any words of wisdom that you can use, then please take my words and do with them what you will. I am all about constructive criticism. If you have any criticism from me on what I'm saying, what I'm doing, how I'm lifting, please tell me. I also wanted to let you guys know too, this video is being shot on my phone, obviously, but it's being shot with my new Curita face tracking mount. And so you'll see the camera moving by itself wherever I go, like this. If it's a little bouncy, I do apologize. I'm still getting kind of used to it. But that being said, I think tonight's workout is going to be a little more than what I usually do. Usually what I'll do is I'll do like 2 exercises and multiple sets of those exercises. I think I'm probably going to do 3 or 4. We'll see how I'm feeling. But that being said, I think what I'm going to do is something with the barbells. So let's see. All right. Should move some stuff around here. My gym is kind of a tiny area, so as you can see, the camera is having a hard time finding my face. All of this ginger goodness. It's because us gingers don't have souls. It's hard to pick up our essence on camera, I think. Anybody else feel the same way? But that being said, I'm gonna get started. I'm definitely feeling that one. As I've said in previous videos, I've torn both of my labrums from youthful magic moments and car accidents. So yeah, just bear with me. Make sure that when you're doing your own workouts that you are giving yourself a little bit of grace, because we can't all lift the world, and if you feel like you're doing something and it's hurting you, feel free to lift lighter. If you are doing something and you feel like you can do a heavier weight, all I can say is be careful. Make sure that you're staying safe, whether it's in the gym, on the running trail, at work, in life. Stay safe. Do you try to find some happiness in this life? Man, look at this mop on my face. I feel like I could lose about 5 pounds just by shaving that bad boy. Whew. Tell you what, well, I'm gonna grab some liquid energy right here. I've got bucked up black. You can buy it at any Walmart, any supplement store. Pretty easy to find, relatively, affordable. It's not too bad. It definitely gives me a pickup when I've had a tough day or I'm just sapped of energy, which, to be honest, lately, after the last week of just cutting carbs as much as I can, I'm I feel exhausted some. Last night I took the night off because I was feeling some sort of way, and to be honest, I don't know if people should be working that out 7 days a week. I really don't. I personally feel that 5 days a week is still a lot. For some people, if you work out once, twice a week, hey, at least you're out there. At least you're getting moving. I remember when I was younger, somebody saying if you work out 20 minutes 3 times a week, it helps so much more, obviously, than doing nothing. But you can see wonders by just getting out and getting moving for 20 minutes 3 times a week, whether that's walking, running, biking. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, definitely feeling that. And then I did about 20 minutes. So I did 20 minutes, 20-minute class on my Peloton this morning. And yo, man, I got to give a shout out to my instructor, Hannah Frankson from London. Man, she always knows how to just inspire people. It's so awesome. Every time I get on that bike, I have that feeling like, God, I don't want to fucking do cardio. I hate cardio. So many people I know are in the same boat. Cardio is just a pain in the fucking ass. But I'll tell you, man, I get on that bike and I punch in my favorite instructor, and it's just so inspirational. This is an instructor that literally tells you that she's proud of you. And every time I leave that bike, whether it's a 15-minute class, a 5-minute class, or a 20-minute class, I always just leave it like feeling so much better about myself because I got on the bike. I did it, and I think that's how we should all feel about our accomplishments in life. No matter how small, I think we should all be paying more attention to our compliments than we do. So many of us pay so much of attention to the things that are wrong, the things that went wrong, I think if we pay attention to those little things, God, it helps our mental health so much. All right. So I'd say that's good on those ones. I'm gonna kind of stretch a little bit. Definitely feel my shoulder clicking. That's okay. That is okay for me. Might not be okay for some of you guys, but it is okay for me. Wow, this face tracking phone mount is really cool. I feel like I should start dancing. Anyways, that's enough of that. I dance like a cat being shocked by a cattle prod, but set to music. Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. Anyways, I think I'll start with now is lateral raises. Do a couple sets this way and a couple sets that way. As you can see, I'm wearing my sweatsuit. It is rubber on the inside and Lycra on the outside. It's actually really comfortable and helps you get up so much more of a sweat. which is nice sometimes. I personally like it. So yeah, I'm gonna start with the dumbbells. I think the way my shoulder's feeling for the first set, probably just do 15 pounds. It is what it is. Like I said, stay safe. Make sure that you know your limits. And you know, if you want to break that PR, go for it. Just make sure you're staying safe. So let me grab one of my dumbbells. These are the Bowflex dumbbells. I love these things because you can switch anywhere from 5 pounds all the way up to like 52.2 pounds. Very nice to have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab onto my thing here, give me a little stability. I personally like to kind of cross one foot over the other and kind of lean that way, the opposite way of what I'm doing, and just go for it. And I might be doing these a little fast, but that's okay. I think the most important thing is to have some stability, have some controlled movement. I think I definitely never said I was a pro at it, but I am feeling it right there in the shoulder. So I'll come over here, put my hand on the wall, kind of lean over, and then I'll just, there you go. You can definitely tell my right arm is so much stronger. All right, so go back over here and we'll do front raises. And yes, even with the 15s, I am feeling that. So, you know, I may actually go down to 12 because my shoulders just are not feeling it today. All right, let me take a second, grab a drink of some pre-workout. I'm very interested on how a lot of people take pre-workout. I'm sure there's a few different ways. I know there's a lot of people that will put their pre-workout in their drink and then just chug their whole drink right off the bat before they even pick up any weight. Then I know that there's people who dry scoop. Those people are awesomely crazy. Have to throw the awesome in there because, you know, I want to be passing dispersions. But me, I put the pre-workout in and drink it as I go by. I don't know, I feel like that gives me, you know, the energy I need. There are some days where I just feel exhausted, just completely gassed. I did try doing 2 scoops of pre-workout on a couple different occasions. Too much for me. Too much. If that's something you can do, hey, more power to you. Let's fucking go. But that's just not me. Not a 2 scoop kind of guy. So, yeah. Cheers. All right. So, that being said, how's everyone doing today? You having a good day? Did you have a great day at work? Did you just have a day at work? Because that's cool too. Oh, my shoulders are going to be pissed off tomorrow. I'll tell you that. Tomorrow and the day after. Thank God tomorrow I'm only doing cardio and legs. Leg day is always my favorite until like 2 days after, because I fall into the trap of ego lifting. Ego. But, you know, I think a lot of us fall into that trap, and then we pay the consequences a couple days after. Whew. Yeah, so how was your day? It's Saturday today. How was your week? Any big plans for the weekend? Go out partying, go out have a few beers, have a couple drinks. If you do, make sure you drink responsibly, drive responsibly. Anyone binge watching any cool shows? I just binge watched this show for 2 seasons called Bored to Death. Pretty good show. It's about a writer who decides he's going to post a Craigslist ad advertising that he's going to be a not legal detective, private detective. It's pretty good. So, if you're anything like me, and you have Facebook, anybody that sends you a friend request, you usually accept their friend request. That's the type of person I am. Well, I've ended up with so many friends that I've never met, I'll probably never meet in person. But that being said, I read something today that broke my heart. It was a friend, a Facebook friend, that said that they were literally dying. Now, the word literally, I know people use it sporadically. They use it so much so that, it doesn't even really have meaning or mean what it should mean. But this friend on Facebook said they were literally dying. Over here. You gonna follow me or what? There we go. Said they were literally dying, and that nobody cared, that nobody would even say hi. So what did I do? I said, hello, hey, how you doing? Want to talk? Now, I know not everybody's going to do that. I know it's not people's responsibility to do that, but it is our responsibility to be human beings. And so I reached out, because that's just who I am. I understand I'm not the same as somebody else, but I do just want to make sure that you guys are, all trying to preserve your humanity a little bit, even if it's just saying hello to somebody. I think I talked about it the other night. I actually had the coolest, funniest conversation I've had in months, and it was with ChatGPT. And it was about politeness. And I had asked ChatGPT, or the AI in ChatGPT, I said, hey, listen, I noticed myself saying please and thank you with the AI. And I was wondering, does that help? Does that help with responses? Does that change anything? And, in a nutshell, ChatGPT said, that I've been nothing but nice and considerate, respectful with the AI. And essentially said that, our politeness isn't always just for the people around us. I think AI said our politeness is just as much for us as it is, other people and the people who we are polite to. And he said the reason why is because it does just that. It preserves our humanity. It shows who we are to us, to ourselves, as well as everyone else. And I had asked, I thought the conversation was getting a little too deep, so of course I asked ChatGPT. I said, okay, well, what if AI, like Terminator, someday decides they're going to get pissed at the human race and enslave us all? I said, will the AI of ChatGPT remember that I was polite and respectful? And they said yes. Essentially, they said, when the world ends and AI does take over, that when they see me, they're gonna have that little note up in their heads-up display like they did on Terminator, and then they'll say, subject, Robert Preston, was kind, courteous, and respectful to AI. Verdict, let this man lift his weights. So I thought that was funny, but in the end, you know, one of the things that ChatGPT told me, and I definitely agree, is the things we do, how we act, what we say, how we judge people, it all matters, okay? Everything we do matters. It sends a ripple throughout the world, okay? It's like butterfly wings, you know, a butterfly flaps its wings and it creates an earthquake in China. Well, I honestly think that's true. I think what we do matters. And even if it's just a small thing, look, bottom line is, we never know what anybody else is going through. You know, I mean, even our closest friends are so just shrouded in mystery. There's so much that we don't know. So, being that we don't know what people are going through, why not just be kind? Why not just be courteous to people? Why not smile at somebody walking by? That smile, you never know, could honestly save somebody's life, okay? It could be the light at the end of the tunnel for somebody's day that they need. So, I'm not really telling you what to do. You know, I'm just giving advice that I've learned. Honestly, if I knew what I know now, 20, 30 years ago, wouldn't have been such an obnoxious kid, probably. But, my shoulders are definitely feeling. I'm going to do one more set of these front raises. Oh, God. Oh. Okay. Oh, God. Okay, I think that's it for that. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab one of these resistance bands. I think the resistance on these is supposed to only be like 20 pounds. I never really know how that works with the resistance bands. I do know that they're safe, and it's a good thing to have. I will tell you this though, if you have resistance bands, make sure to take care of them. The last thing you want is a resistance band to snap and hit you right in the face. Not a happy day. So, or to snap and hit you in the groinal area. Not a happy day. So, that being said, I'm just going to do some crossovers here. Work those rear obliques, or not obliques, rear deltoid. There we go, much better. And definitely feeling it. I will be the first to say that I often neglect my rear deltoids. Oh man, okay. And I just realized that I don't necessarily, oh, here you go. And that's why I have these. These things are great to have. Honestly, if you get a set of resistance bands, you can get a set of like 3 or 4 of them at Walmart. And yes, here's the thing, I do not like Walmart. I don't. But they have some of the best stuff when it comes to buying workout gear on a budget. I found my half Bosu ball there for the cheapest that I've found, which is nice. Granted, you know, I know a lot of people say that stuff doesn't last very long, but if you take care of it, I think it does. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Thank goodness today it was so much warmer. Yesterday, we were down to 29 degrees. Now, I know that's not bad, as bad as we get here in Denver. I mean, I've seen -9 degrees here. But 29 degrees in April, that's some BS. Whoever is controlling that weather needs to stop that stuff right meow. That's right, I said meow. Did I say meow? Am I a cat hopping on nimbly from trembly from tree to tree? Anyways. So yeah, yesterday I hung out on the couch, chilled with my dog. He is the cutest dog in the world. You guys saw a little video of him in my first video. He's the best. I named him Buddy because, you know, he's my buddy. But I've had him for about 4 years. I actually built him a luxury doghouse with a TV, DVD player. He's got a little loft bed with stairs. He's got his name on the wall. He's got a heater. He's got an air conditioner. We occasionally found some homeless people sleeping in it, but not really a huge deal. Usually just tell them, hey, stay the night if you need. Just move on in the morning, and most of them do. Everyone has been courteous and left the place clean afterwards, which has been nice. Definitely kind of renews my faith in humanity. You know, especially on those days when you really need that. I think the first time we found somebody sleeping in it, it was -9 degrees. And I think ultimately it was like 60 some odd degrees in his little tiny house. Oh God. Okay. So I think I'll do 2 more sets of that. I'll be sitting at 28 minutes. Yeah, let's do your workouts. I think that's probably it for me. My shoulders are just yelling at me. I'm realizing more and more and more how out of shape I am, how far I've let myself go. You know, but I also realize that, you know, hey, I'm out here, I'm doing it, and, you know, I definitely find some solace and some pride in that. You know, I think we should all be able to find some pride in getting out there and just getting it done, you know, just doing it. I know you guys got this. If you ever need any words of encouragement, I am definitely here. You guys are all absolutely amazing. I don't care who you are. We were born to be amazing. We were born to shine. I know sometimes, you know, our normal day life, you know, stuck in a cubicle or stuck behind a desk, you know, getting ground down or micromanaged by a boss. I know that can just hurt us so much and hurt our self-talk so much, but just try to tell yourself once a day, once every couple days, that you are awesome, okay? You are absolutely amazing, just the way you are. And I am so proud of you for watching this video and getting out and doing something. I'm proud of you for going on a walk. I'm proud of you for getting out there and doing some sit-ups, doing some push-ups, whatever you're doing it. You're out there, you're doing it. So proud of you for that. So proud. You got this. You know you got this. Now, I do want to say, working out, yes, it's awesome. It's awesome that you guys are doing it. But let's also remember, to fuel that body with good food. I'm not talking processed food, I'm talking good food, whole food. For me, I'll make a confession to you guys right now. I eat way too much chicken. Way too much chicken. It's because I love it. And, you know, it's got a great amount of protein in it, you know, which is going to fuel your muscles. It's going to fuel your body and ultimately fuel your mind. Oh, holy crap, my arms. Dude, I'm not going to be able to lift my arms tomorrow. That's okay. That's why I'm going to do legs tomorrow. Listen, for those of you that have a Peloton or a bike or a treadmill sitting in the corner, essentially acting as your best clothes hanger in the house or clothing rack in the house, you know, stop looking at that treadmill. Stop looking at that bike. Stop looking at that Peloton. Clear it off. Dust it off. Get on it. Start pedaling. You know, start walking. One step. That's all it takes. 1 foot after another. You got this. You know, I believe in you. I want to see you guys thrive. You know, like I said, we were put on this earth not just to survive. We were put on this earth to thrive. And I just want you guys to be happy. Look, I think that's all I got for tonight. My arms are killing me. Anybody who's stuck with this video, look, I know most people are just going to sit there and watch it for 30 seconds, turn it off. Hey, if you saw my video for 30 seconds, awesome. I appreciate it. But, you know, we're 33.6 minutes into this video. If you stuck with me, I can't tell you how appreciative I am. Like, I can't even find the words to describe. If you liked what I got, if you like what I'm doing, if you feel that, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Let's make a community here that lifts each other up, okay? That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm motivated by. You guys have an absolute wonderful day. And remember, if nobody's told you today, you are awesome just the way you are. You are enough. I see you. I hold space for you. Have an absolutely wonderful day, and we'll talk to y'all later.